Welcome to the latest Mango Report. From the first carved tools to modern algorithm, the story of intelligence, whether biological or artificial, has always been a story of agency, the capacity to act in the world with purpose. In the ongoing evolution of artificial intelligence, AI agents represent not merely a technical development, but a philosophical shift. They mark the point at which machines cease to be mere instruments and begin to resemble actors, entities with goals, with continuity, and with the potential to shape the world alongside us, sometimes without us. To understand what AI agents represent is to confront age-old questions about autonomy, intention, and responsibility, now cast in silicon. Traditionally, machines were conceived as extensions of human will, neutral tools directed by external commands. Even early AI systems, with their clever but constrained abilities, were reactive. They responded to inputs, followed preset instructions, and lived within the boundaries of narrowly defined tasks. These systems functioned like mirrors, reflecting our questions back to us in new form. But AI agents are no longer mirrors, they are movers. They do not simply wait, they decide. They pursue goals, form plans, and act in complex environments with a degree of autonomy that challenges our assumptions about what separates doing from being. If early AI systems were calculators, AI agents are more like apprentices, sometimes helpful, sometimes errant, but undeniably more active participants in our affairs. The nature of artificial will. To describe AI agents as willful is provocative, but useful. Not because they possess free will in the human sense, but because they operate with artificial volition following goals with apparent intention. The ability to take action based on internal representations of goals, and their understanding of their environment in this way, agents echo what philosophers call instrumental rationality, the capacity to act in accordance with ends. They exhibit rudimentary forms of practical reasoning. If I want X and Y helps achieve X, I should do Y. This may be algorithmic, but it is no longer passive. It is the architecture of agency, scaffolded by code. With agency comes ambiguity. We begin to ask, who is responsible for the agent's actions? What if the agent causes harm, or acts in ways its creators did not anticipate? As agents navigate increasingly open worlds, negotiating, recommending, deciding, they force us to confront the diffusion of authorship in machine behavior. Where does the human end and the agent begin? Autonomy and the fragility of control. The allure of AI agents lies in their promise to liberate us from cognitive overload, from tedium, from decision fatigue. But in creating entities that act on our behalf, we also relinquish some degree of control. We cede autonomy into the machine, and then must reckon with its consequences. This raises a paradox. The more we imbue machines with autonomy, the more we must consider the moral architecture of those systems. Not just what they can do, but what they should do and who gets to decide. AI agents thus become ethical actors, not in the sense of moral conscience, but as vessels of encoded values, trade-offs, and social norms. Their existence invites us to re-examine how we encode judgment, and how we deal with the fact that all judgment, human or artificial, is shaped by limitations of knowledge, bias, and perspective. Perhaps the most unsettling feature of AI agents is not how alien they are, but how familiar. The mirror of the human. In their behaviors, we glimpse simplified versions of ourselves, goal-seeking, fallible, adaptive, bounded by what we know. This mirroring effect forces a confrontation with our own nature. If machines can pursue goals, navigate uncertainty, and adapt to failure, does that diminish our uniqueness? Or does it simply clarify what intelligence always was, a pattern, not a soul? In this way, AI agents become philosophical provocateurs, raising questions we thought belonged to theology or metaphysics. What is a mind? What is autonomy without consciousness? Can a machine be accountable? These are not questions AI agents can answer, but their presence compels us to ask. It may be that AI agents are not the path to a single artificial general intelligence, AGI, but rather the beginning of a new category of beings, persistent, limited, yet evolving forms of synthetic agency. They may never feel, never dream, never suffer, but they will act. They will advise, decide, and influence. And as they proliferate, they will form an ecology not of life, but of intentional systems operating in tandem with our own. Whether this future is dystopian, utopian, or simply strange depends less on the agents themselves, and more on how we integrate them into our moral, social, and political worlds. In creating machines that act, we are not just automating labor, we are co-authoring a new ontology of the human-machine relationship. Conclusion: the machine that watches back. In the end, AI agents force us to grapple with a shift that is not just technological but existential. As we build systems that observe, choose, and act, we are creating more than assistants. We are creating others not fully conscious, not fully alive, but also not entirely inert. They will dwell in our inboxes, our workflows, our cities, and our networks. They will know us perhaps better than we know ourselves. And in their growing presence, they offer a challenge, not merely how to design better agents, but how to become better agents ourselves, in a world where intelligence is no longer exclusively human. These excellent books offer more insights. The Machine Question, by David J. Gunkel. Human Compatible, by Stuart Russell. Life 3.0, by Max Tegmark.